Episode 1. Ashfall Reach, Closed Doors. Elias learned quickly that Ashfall Reach did not respond to urgency. He knocked on the first door with measured force, not loud enough to sound desperate, not soft enough to be polite. The wood was thick, old, reinforced from the inside. A curtain shifted behind the narrow window, just enough to confirm that someone was there. No voice followed. No question. No refusal. Just stillness. He stepped back and waited. The air smelled like damp earth and smoke that had long since cooled. Somewhere deeper in the settlement, metal scraped against stone, slow and deliberate, not accidental. Elias resisted the instinct to call out again. Something about this place rewarded restraint and punished insistence. At the second house, the door opened an inch, chained tight. A woman's eye appeared in the gap, glassy but alert. She looked past Elias rather than at him, as if checking for permission. "You should not be outside," she said, her voice calm, practiced. "My radio is dead," Elias replied. "I need to know where I am, and why no one is answering." The woman hesitated. Elias saw the moment pass across her face, the point where she weighed truth against safety. When she spoke again, her tone shifted, softer, rehearsed. "You are in Ashfall Reach," she said. "And answering questions is not encouraged after dark." "By who?" Elias asked. She did not respond. The door closed quietly, the chain never loosening. As Elias moved deeper into the settlement, he noticed the pattern. Lights were on, but dimmed. Windows were covered, but not sealed. Doors were barred, but not fortified. These were not defenses against an external threat. They were boundaries, agreed upon rather than enforced. In the center of the settlement stood a building taller than the rest, its silhouette cutting into the low clouds. Not a church, though it borrowed the shape, not a watchtower, though it commanded the view. A bell hung above the entrance, untouched by rope. Elias felt the pressure return, stronger now, a subtle alignment of thoughts that were not his own. You are being watched. You are unsafe alone. There is a way to belong. He stopped walking. The ground beneath his boots was cracked, lines branching outward like fractures in glass. Each step forward felt heavier than the last, not physically, but internally, as if resistance itself carried weight. A voice spoke from behind him. "You are struggling because you are undecided." Elias turned. A man stood a few paces away, hands visible, posture open. His face was unremarkable, neither kind nor cruel, the kind that blended into memory rather than standing out. "I am struggling because no one here will speak plainly," Elias said. The man smiled faintly. "Plain speech causes panic," he replied. "We have learned that calm compliance preserves life." "Compliance with what?" Elias asked. "With guidance," the man said. "With order. With what works." Elias felt the pull then, not like force, but like relief. The exhaustion of resistance made surrender feel logical. Sensible. The thought surfaced uninvited: you could rest here. You could stop deciding. He clenched his jaw. "What happens to people who do not comply?" Elias asked. The man's smile faded, not into anger, but into disappointment. "They become unsafe," he said. "Not to us. To themselves." A bell rang once, not loud, not urgent, but precise. The man stepped back instinctively, eyes lifting toward the tower. "It is time for you to choose where you will stay tonight," he said. Inside, with guidance, or outside, with your doubts. Elias looked at the surrounding houses, the darkened windows, the quiet obedience that clung to the air like fog. He understood then that Ashfall Reach did not imprison its people. It persuaded them. He took a step away from the tower. The man did not stop him. Resistance becomes more painful before it becomes impossible, the man said calmly. If you change your mind, the doors will open. Elias walked until the settlement lights faded behind him, until the silence returned, heavier now, less neutral. He found shelter beneath a collapsed overhang, the remains of a structure abandoned before fear learned how to speak. As he sat in the dark, flashlight off, breath steady, Elias realized something with unsettling clarity. The corruption here did not hunt you. It waited for you to agree. And as the night settled fully over Ashfall Reach, Elias prayed again, not for escape, not for safety, but for the strength to recognize the moment when survival would demand surrender, and the courage to refuse it.